Beer and pizza, and that is the centerpiece of the day today. The reason we know that you are all here. My name is Kyle Peterson. I'm the director of the Connecticut Mental Health Center Foundation, and really want to welcome you on behalf of our board and on behalf of the Connecticut Mental Health Center here to this event. As I said, you're here for beer and pizza, but I've got to tell you that I'm really glad you're here to support the foundation and the work that we do to provide direct and immediate financial assistance and resources and support for people who get services from the Connecticut Mental Health Center.
Reminiscent of what you would drink in downtown New Haven after coming off a merchant ship from England or France. They are full-bodied, thicker beers that are not higher in calories but richer in nutrition. And I'm going to get into every one of the 5 beers that we are currently offering today. But what I wanted to do is, I believe last year, and it's hard for me to remember because I'm always drinking when I'm talking, but I think last year we talked about the history of brewing in Connecticut. We talked about the Cremo Brewery, the Halls Brewery, and the Haggerty Brewery. There was a Staley Brewery that was right down the street. There was the Moeller Brewery literally on this street. At one point, about 1900, there was 28 different breweries in New Haven. So rather than rehashing that for the handful of people who may have heard me talk about that last year, I thought maybe we should talk about the new renaissance, the new golden age of brewing, which is actually what's happening now. It started in Connecticut in 1985. A home brewer, much like myself, decided that he could brew beer and sell beer that was way better than the stuff that's currently on the shelves in Connecticut. And out of his garage on a home brew system, he started brewing 3 beers in a 1-barrel system. The brewery was called the Charter Oak Brewery, and it was out of New Britain. And he brewed Charter Oak Ale, Old Leatherman, and I honestly can't remember the 3rd brand in Connecticut. First of all, you're standing on a piece of real estate that most of us can't afford to probably buy. And to put a brewery anywhere where there's people in Connecticut is so cost prohibitive between the cost of the real estate and the cost of the insurance. A lot of breweries decide to open in more rural areas outside of Connecticut than inside of Connecticut. And our puritanical laws, which in effect handcuff good beers from coming into Connecticut and brewers from opening in Connecticut, it costs $1,000 for every label to get registered in Connecticut. So when you look at the shelf of good beer in Connecticut and wonder why you can't get a beer here that you can get in Massachusetts or in New York, it's because it costs $1,000 for every label. A bit about the process of making beer. Beer is a lot like making bread, except for it comes out and tastes a lot better and makes you happy when you're done. The beers that I brew are all malt. Some of you tried the rye beer. That's an all barley beer that uses a portion of the grain as rye, and it gives the beer a sharp, edgy flavor. There's also some caraway seed in the rye beer. If anybody noticed, that's very, very subtle, but it gives it, again, a spicy aroma, much like a German hop would give a spicy aroma. There are 3 broad varieties of hops: German hops, English hops, and American hops. American hops, by and large, give a very citrus flavor. English hops, on average, give a very earthy, floral type of flavor and aroma. And German hops are very spicy. Some can be downright sharp and spicy.
Tell me about the mashed potato pizza.
We had it at Thanksgiving. One year we did mashed potato and turkey and gravy, and it just